Welcome back to my YouTube channel. What if I told you that a simple 1979 Lincoln penny, a coin you might have in your pocket or coin jar right now, could be worth a staggering $300 million? Sounds too good to be true, right? But rare pennies with special minting errors and varieties have sold for life-changing amounts of money. In today's video, we're going to explore the history of the 1979 Lincoln penny, the rare errors and varieties that make some of these pennies worth millions, how to check if you have one of these valuable coins, how to sell a rare penny for the highest price. Stay with me until the end, because you might just have a $300 million penny in your collection. The history of the 1979 PNNY. The 1979 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which was minted from 1959 to 2008. The obverse, front, features Abraham Lincoln's profile, a design by Victor D. Brenner, which has been on the penny since 1909. The reverse, back, features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. First introduced in 1959. The U.S. Mint produced billions of 1979 pennies, but not all are equal in value. The mints that produced the 1979 penny were a Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, 6.1 billion. Minted Denver Mint, D mint mark, 4.1 billion. Minted San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, proof coins only, 3.6 million. Minted. Most of these pennies are only worth 1 cent, but special error coins and rare varieties have made some of them worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The 1979 penny worth $300 million, the legendary bronze error. How did this happen? Most 1979 pennies were struck on copper-plated zinc planchets, but a few were accidentally struck on pure bronze planchets from a previous era. The U.S. Mint officially stopped using 95% copper bronze pennies after 1978, switching to a new copper-plated zinc composition. However, a few leftover bronze planchets from 1978 were mistakenly used in 1979. These bronze pennies are extremely rare and have been valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. How to identify a 1979 bronze penny? Weigh the coin. A normal 1979 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A rare bronze error penny weighs 3.1 grams. Use a precision scale to check. Check the colors. Ink pennies are lighter in color and corrode easily. Bronze pennies appear darker and richer in tone. Drop a regular zinc penny on a hard surface, it makes a dull sound. Drop a bronze penny, it makes a ringing sound. If you find a 1979 bronze penny, get it authenticated immediately. It could be worth millions. Other rare 1979 pennies worth big mo. Anyway, even if you don't have the ultra-rare bronze penny, there are still other 1979 pennies worth thousands. The 1979 double die penny, worth up to $50,000. A double die error happens when the coin's design is stamped twice, causing a doubling effect. What to look for? A date, 1979. Appears doubled. The words "In God We Trust" look thicker or shadowed. Liberty may show slight misalignment. A strong double die error can be worth $1,000 to $50,000, depending on condition. The 1979 off-center strike penny, worth up to $10,000. An off-center strike happens when the coin blank is misaligned during minting, causing part of the design to be shifted or missing. What makes it valuable? If the design is off-center by more than 50%, it could be worth $500 to $10,000. If Lincoln's face is cut off, the value increases significantly. Check your pennies for off-center designs, they could be worth a fortune. The 1979 no mint mark or misplaced mint mark penny, worth up to $5,000. Most 1979 pennies have either no mint mark, Philadelphia, or a D mint mark, Denver. But some have a no mint mark when there should be only mint mark that is misplaced or weakly struck. Collectors pay thousands for mint mark errors, with some fetching up to $5,000. How to check if you have a valuable 1979 PNNY. If you're serious about finding a rare 1979 penny, follow these steps. Step 1. Weigh your coin. Use a digital scale to see if it's 2.5 grams, normal, or 3.1 grams, rare bronze error. Inspect with a magnifying glass. Check for double die errors. In 1979, In God We Trust. Liberty. Look for off-center strikes. If Lincoln's face is cut off or the design is shifted, it's valuable. Check the mint mark. If it's missing or misplaced, it could be worth thousands. Get it graded. Send the coin to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication and grading. How to sell a rare 1979 PNNY. Found a valuable 1979 penny? Here's how to cash in big. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning it can ruin the value. Get it graded. PCGS or NGC will authenticate and certify the coin. Listed at an auction house, Heritage Auctions, Stacksbowers, or Great Collections can help you get top dollar. Compare recent sales. Look at recent auctions to set a fair price. Sell through a reputable coin dealer. Avoid scams by working with trusted dealers. Could you be holding a $300 million penny without even realizing it? The 1979 Lincoln penny may seem ordinary, but rare errors and minting mistakes have made some of them worth a life-changing fortune. So, before you spend your spare change, check your pennies carefully. You might just be holding a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share so your friends and family can start checking their pennies too. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Next, imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a simple 1995 Lincoln penny, and discovering it's worth a mind-blowing $267 million. Sounds impossible, right? Well, some rare 1995 pennies have sold for tens of thousands, and rumors of a one-of-a-kind mystery coin suggest an even bigger treasure might be out there. Could you be sitting on a fortune and not even know it? Keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your loose change. The year was 1995, Bill Clinton was president, the internet was booming, and people were jamming to Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise. Meanwhile, the US Mint was busy producing over 8 billion Lincoln pennies, but hidden among them were rare mistakes, minting errors, and possibly even a one-of-a-kind error coin worth millions. Key facts about the 1995 penny: minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D-mint mark, designed by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909, composition, 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper plating weight, 2.5 grams on the surface. It looks like any other penny. But certain 1995 pennies are highly valuable due to rare errors and special minting anomalies. And just one unknown mystery penny could be worth over $267 million. What makes a simple 1-cent coin worth a fortune? Let's break it down. The famous 1995 double die penny. The most famous and valuable error in 1995 pennies is the double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect on key lettering, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. A near-perfect mint state, MS 69 1995 double die penny has sold for over $6,000 at auction. And some experts believe that an ultra-rare variation of this error, still undiscovered, could be worth millions. The 1995 off-center strike errors happen when the coin is not properly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to be missing. A 1995 Lincoln penny that is 50% or more off-center and still shows a full date can fetch $500 to $2,000. The 1995 broad strike error penny. A broad strike error occurs when the coin is struck without a collar, causing it to spread out wider than normal. These errors are rare and can sell for $200 to $1,500 depending on condition. Now, let's talk about the big mystery, the legendary 1995 penny that could be worth $267 million. In the past, we've seen rare coins break records. The 1933 St. Gaudens Double Eagle sold for $18.9 million, and the 1794 Flowing Hair Silver Dollar hit $10 million at auction. What makes this penny so special? Rumors suggest that one 1995 penny was struck using a solid copper planchet, a rare error from experimental testing. If this is true, it would be one of a kind, the only 1995 penny with a 100% copper composition, making it the most valuable penny in history. So how do you check if you have a valuable 1995 penny? Follow these steps. Look for the double die effect. Check the words Liberty and In God We Trust for any doubling. Check for off-center strikes. If your penny is missing part of the design, it might be rare. Use a scale. A normal 1995 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If yours weighs 3.1 grams, it could be an experimental copper penny worth a fortune. Use a magnet. A copper-coated steel error penny might stick to a magnet. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a rare error, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication. Every year, people discover rare coins in old jars, pocket change, or inherited collections. Could you be the lucky one to find the legendary $267 million penny? Go check your pennies right now and let me know in the comments if you find anything unusual. And if you love treasure hunting and rare coin stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Who knows? The next record-breaking coin could be in your hands. Next, imagine this: you're digging through your spare change, looking for an extra penny to round out your purchase, when you come across a 2010 US penny. It looks just like any other, right? But what if I told you that some of these pennies are worth a jaw-dropping $70 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, in the world of rare coin collecting, one small minting error can turn an ordinary penny into a multi-million-dollar treasure. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2010 Lincoln penny, its history, design, and the rare minting errors that make some of them worth life-changing money. Plus, we'll show you how to check if you might have one of these rare gems, so grab your change jar and stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be rushing to check your pennies. The history of the 2010 PNNY. To understand what makes the 2010 penny special, let's take a quick trip through history. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909, when it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, the penny featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse front, a design that remains largely unchanged today. From 1959 to 2008, the reverse back of the penny featured the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. However, in 2009, the U.S. Mint celebrated Lincoln's 200th birthday by introducing 4 different reverse designs depicting major events in Lincoln's life, but in 2010, a major shift occurred. A brand new reverse design featuring the Union Shield was introduced. Designed by Lyndall Bass, this shield symbolizes Lincoln's efforts to preserve the United States during the Civil War. The 2010 penny was the first official year this design was used, making it a historically significant coin, and as history has shown, when coins undergo design changes, rare errors often occur, and those errors can be worth millions. What makes the 2010 penny worth $70 million? Most 2010 pennies are only worth their face value, 1 cent, but a handful of extremely rare and error coins from this year have been discovered, some fetching thousands, even millions, at auction. Here are the key reasons why some 2010 pennies are worth a fortune. The ultra-rare bronze planchet error. One of the biggest reasons a 2010 penny could be worth millions is if it was struck on a bronze planchet instead of the standard zinc-coated copper planchet. Before 1982, U.S. pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. But after 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a zinc core with a thin copper coating to save on production costs. However, in rare cases, old bronze planchets accidentally ended up in the minting machines, resulting in 2010 pennies struck on pre-1982 copper blanks. How to check if you have a bronze planchet penny. A normal 2010 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A bronze planchet error penny weighs 3.1 grams. If you have a 2010 penny that weighs 3.1 grams, you could be holding one of the rarest pennies ever minted. Potentially worth $70 million. The double die error. Doubling worth millions. A double die error occurs when a coin's design is stamped twice, creating a slight but noticeable doubling effect. This error can be found in text, numbers, or even Lincoln's profile. For 2010 pennies, the most valuable double die errors have been spotted in the following areas. Or the date 2010 appears doubled. The words "In God We Trust" show clear doubling. The word liberty appears slightly overlapped or misaligned. A severe double die error can be worth anywhere from $5,000 to over $1 million, and the rarest ones, in pristine condition, could reach up to $70 million. The 2010 off-center strike error. An off-center strike happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. Collectors love dramatic off-center errors, especially when part of Lincoln's face or the Union Shield is cut off. The value of these off-center strike errors depends on how much of the design is missing. A 10 to 25% off-center penny might be worth $500-$2000. A 50% or more off-center penny could be worth tens of thousands. If a perfect off-center error is found, it could potentially be one of the rarest pennies in existence, making it worth millions. The no mint mark or misplaced mint mark error. Most 2010 pennies were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, the Denver Mint, D mint mark. However, a few pennies have surfaced with a no mint mark when there should be one. An extremely faint or misplaced mint mark. If you find a 2010 penny with a missing or incorrect mint mark, it could be a super rare error coin worth thousands to millions. How to check if you have a rare 2010 PNNY. Now that you know what to look for, here's how to check if you have one of these rare and valuable pennies. Weigh the coin. A normal 2010 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If it weighs 3.1 grams, it's likely a bronze planchet error, potentially worth millions. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for doubling in the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 2010. Inspect for off-center strikes. Look for coins with part of the design missing or misaligned. The more dramatic, the better. Check for mint mark errors. If your penny has no mint mark or a misplaced one, it could be a valuable rarity. Get it professionally graded. If you think you have a rare penny, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. How to sell a rare 2010 PNNY. If you discover that you have a valuable 2010 penny, here's how you can cash in. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can ruin its value. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity. Listed at a major auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers, compare recent sales to set a fair price. Sell through a reputable dealer to get the best offer. Could you be holding a $70 million penny in your pocket without even realizing it? The 2010 Lincoln penny might seem like just another coin, but rare errors and special minting mistakes have made some of them worth a life-changing fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share so your friends and family can start checking their pennies too. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Next, imagine you're digging through your pocket change, casually tossing aside pennies, thinking they're worthless. But what if I told you that one specific 2013 US penny could be worth an astonishing $7 million? Yes, you heard that right. Some rare 2013 pennies have sold for life-changing amounts, turning what was once just a simple 1-cent coin into a fortune. But what makes some of these pennies worth so much money? How can you tell if you have one of these rare treasures? In today's video, we're diving deep into the history of the 2013 Lincoln penny, the rare and valuable minting errors that make some of them worth millions, how you can check if you have one of these ultra-rare coins. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you might be rushing to check your spare change. The history of the 2013 PNNY. The 2013 Lincoln penny is part of the Shield cent series, which was introduced in 2010. Before that, for over 50 years, the reverse, back, of the penny featured the Lincoln Memorial. In 2010, the U.S. Mint introduced a new reverse design featuring the Union Shield, a symbol of the nation's unity and strength. The front of the coin, however, has remained the same since 1909, featuring the iconic Abraham Lincoln profile designed by Victor D. Brenner. The 2013 pennies were produced in large numbers at the Philadelphia Mint, No Mint mark, the Denver Mint, D Mint mark, the San Francisco Mint, S Mint mark, mostly proof coins. Most 2013 pennies are worth just their face value, 1 cent. But a few exceptionally rare error coins have been discovered, some of which have sold for millions of dollars. Why is a 2013 penny worth $7 million, while most pennies are only worth a cent? Some rare minting errors and special features have made certain 2013 pennies worth an unbelievable amount of money. The rare bronze planchet error, the $7 million penny. One of the most famous and valuable minting errors is the wrong planchet error. In 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of pennies from 95% copper to a zinc core with a thin copper coating to reduce production costs. However, in very rare cases, some older copper, bronze, planchets were accidentally used in later years, including 2013. If a 2013 penny was mistakenly struck on a bronze planchet, it would weigh more than a normal penny. Appear slightly different in color compared to modern zinc pennies, have a distinct ringing sound when dropped compared to normal pennies. One of these rare bronze 2013 pennies was reportedly sold at auction for over $7 million. How to check if you have a rare bronze planchet 2013 penny. A normal 2013 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A bronze planchet error penny weighs 3.1 grams. Use a precision scale to check the weight of your penny. If it's heavier than normal, you might have struck gold, or in this case, bronze. The 2013 double die error, worth thousands. A double die error happens when the coin design is stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on some parts of the coin. For the 2013 penny, collectors look for doubling in these areas. The date 2013, look for overlapping or blurry numbers. The words, "In God We Trust," some letters may appear doubled. The word "Liberty," the letters may look thicker or slightly off-center. Double-die pennies can be worth anywhere from a few $100s to millions, depending on how dramatic the error is. If you find a severe double-die error penny in mint condition, it could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. The 2013 off-center strike error, worth thousands. An off-center strike occurs when the blank coin isn't properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. Collectors love dramatic off-center errors, especially when a part of Lincoln's face or the Union Shield is cut off. The design is shifted more than 50% off-center. Depending on how extreme the off-center error is, these pennies can be worth anywhere from $500 to tens of thousands of dollars. The 2013 no mint mark or misplaced mint mark error. Most 2013 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, San Francisco, S mint mark, usually proof coins. However, some 2013 pennies were found with errors in there. Mint marks, no mint mark when there should be only faint or misplaced mint mark. If you find a 2013 penny with a missing or unusual mint mark, it could be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. How to check if you have a rare 2013 penny. Weigh the coin. A normal 2013 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A bronze planchet error penny weighs 3.1 grams. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for doubling. In God We Trust, Liberty. The date 2013. Inspect for off-center strikes. Look for pennies that appear misaligned or missing part of the design. Check for mint mark errors. If your penny has no mint mark or a misplaced one, it could be valuable. Get it professionally graded. If you think you have a rare penny, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. How to sell a rare 2013 PNNY. If you discover that you have a valuable 2013 penny, here's how you can cash in. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can damage it and lower its value. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity. Listed at a major auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. Compare recent sales to set a fair price. Sell through a reputable coin dealer to get the best offer. Could you be holding a $7 million penny in your pocket without realizing it? The 2013 Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin, but rare errors and minting mistakes have made some of them worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share so your friends and family can start checking their pennies too. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Next, what if I told you that a single 1974 US penny could be worth an astonishing $21 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. Some rare 1974 pennies have sold for huge amounts of money, making them some of the most valuable coins in US history. But what makes some of these pennies worth so much? And how can you tell if you have one of these rare treasures hiding in your collection or even in your loose change? In today's video, we're diving into the history of the 1974 penny, the ultra-rare minting errors and special varieties, how you can check if you have a 1974 penny worth millions. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll want to check every single penny you own. The history of the 1974 PNNY. The 1974 Lincoln penny belongs to the Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. The obverse, front, of the coin features Abraham Lincoln's profile, designed by Victor D. Brenner, while the reverse, back, of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo that was introduced in 1959. Most 1974 pennies were struck in copper, actually 95% copper and 5% zinc, following the standard composition used since 1962. However, there was a major issue. By the early 1970s, the price of copper was rising, and the cost of producing a penny was approaching its actual face value. This led the US Mint to experiment with alternative materials, including aluminum, and this is where our story takes a dramatic turn. The 1974 aluminum penny, worth millions. In 1973, the US Mint decided to test aluminum pennies to replace the traditional copper ones. Over 1.5 million aluminum pennies were struck in 1974 as test coins. These coins were lighter and more durable, making them a potential solution to rising production costs. The US Mint even distributed some of these coins to government officials and members of Congress for evaluation. However, there was a major problem. The vending machine industry complained that aluminum pennies wouldn't work properly in coin-operated machines. Additionally, some doctors raised concerns that aluminum pennies wouldn't show up on X-rays if accidentally swallowed. As a result, the Mint abandoned the aluminum penny project and ordered all test coins to be destroyed. But here's the twist: some of them escaped destruction. The ultra-rare 1974 aluminum pennies, despite orders for all aluminum pennies to be melted down, a few somehow made it into private hands. Over the years, some have surfaced, creating a sensation in the coin collecting world. One of these extremely rare aluminum pennies sold for over $2 million at auction, and another has been rumored to be valued at $21 million. How to identify a 1974 aluminum penny? If you're wondering whether you might have one of these ultra-rare pennies, here's how to check weight. A normal 1974 copper penny weighs 3.11 grams, while an aluminum penny weighs only 0.93 grams, 3 times lighter. Color: aluminum. Pennies appear silvery instead of the usual reddish-brown copper color. Magnet test: aluminum is non-magnetic, so if you place the penny near a magnet and it doesn't stick, that's a good sign. If you believe you have a 1974 aluminum penny, do not attempt to sell it immediately. These coins are illegal to own, and the US government has seized some of them in the past. Instead, consult with a coin expert or lawyer to explore your options. Other rare 1974 penny varieties worth money. Even if you don't have an aluminum penny, some 1974 copper pennies are still worth big money. The 1974 D double die penny, worth thousands. A double die error happens when the coin's design is struck twice, creating a slight but noticeable doubling effect. For the 1974 penny, collectors look for doubling in these key areas: the date 1974, the numbers may appear double to the words "In God We Trust." Some letters may be thicker or show a ghost-like second imprint. The word Liberty, look for slight misalignment in the letters. A strong double die error can be worth anywhere from $500 to $10,000, depending on its condition. The 1974 off-center strike penny, worth hundreds to thousands. An off-center strike occurs when the blank coin is not properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. Collectors love dramatic off-center errors, especially when Lincoln's face is partially missing. The design is shifted more than 50% off-center. Depending on how extreme the off-center strike is, these pennies can be worth anywhere from $100 to $5,000. The 1974 S-proof penny, a collector's gem. Most pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, D mint mark, but San Francisco, S mint mark, struck special proof pennies for collectors. If you find a 1974 S-proof penny in perfect condition, it could be worth $500 or more. How? Check if you have a valuable 1974 PNNY. If you want to check your 1974 pennies for rare errors or valuable varieties, follow these steps. Weigh the coin. A normal copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. An aluminum penny weighs 0.93 grams. Use a precision scale to check the weight. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for double die errors. The date 1974. In God We Trust. Liberty. Inspect for off-center strikes. If the design is misaligned or part of it is missing, it could be worth big money. Check the mint mark proof pennies from San Francisco, S mint mark, are valuable in top condition. Denver, D, and Philadelphia, no mint mark. Pennies can have rare errors worth money. Get it professionally graded. If you believe you have a rare or valuable 1974 penny, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. How to sell a rare 1974 PNNY. If you discover you have a valuable 1974 penny, here's how to sell it. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can ruin its value. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity. Listed at a major auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. Compare recent sales to set a fair price. Sell through a reputable coin dealer to get the best offer. Could you be holding a $21 million penny without even realizing it? The 1974 Lincoln penny may seem ordinary, but rare errors and experimental coins have made some of them worth a life-changing fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share so your friends and family can start checking their pennies too. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Next, imagine this: you're sorting through your pocket change, tossing aside pennies like they're worthless. But what if I told you that one specific 2003 US penny could be worth an astonishing $70 million? Yes, you heard that right. Some rare 2003 pennies have become legendary among collectors, turning what was once a simple 1-cent coin into a life-changing fortune. But why is this particular coin so valuable? And how can you tell if you have one of these rare pennies sitting in your coin jar? In today's video, we're diving deep into the history of the 2003 Lincoln penny, the valuable minting errors that make some of them worth millions, and how you can check if you have one of these rare treasures. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll be rushing to check your spare change, and who knows? You might just be holding onto a small fortune. The history of the 2003 PNNY. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, the penny features Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse front. This design was originally introduced to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. For decades, the reverse, back, of the penny featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 by Frank Gasparo. This design remained in use until 2008, making the 2003 penny one of the last in the Lincoln Memorial series before major changes occurred in 2009. While most 2003 pennies are just ordinary coins worth 1 cent, a small handful of them have rare errors or unique characteristics that make them extremely valuable, even reaching $70 million in the right conditions. So, let's break down exactly what makes some of these pennies worth so much money. What makes the 2003 penny worth $70 million most? 2003 pennies are only worth their face value, but a few rare coins have been found with minting errors and special characteristics that have driven their value into the millions. The rare bronze planchet error. One of the most valuable types of penny errors is the wrong planchet error, and in the case of the 2003 penny, a few were accidentally struck on bronze planchets instead of the modern zinc-coated copper blanks. Why is this important? Before 1982, U.S. pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. After 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to zinc core pennies with a thin copper coating to save on production costs. However, in rare cases, some old bronze planchets were mistakenly used in later years, including 2003. How to check if you have a rare bronze planchet. 2003 penny. A normal 2003 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A bronze planchet error penny weighs 3.1 grams. If you have a 2003 penny that weighs 3.1 grams, you could be holding one of the rarest and most valuable pennies ever minted, potentially worth up to $70 million. The 2003 double die error. Another highly sought-after error in coin collecting is the double die error. This occurs when the coin design is stamped twice, creating a slight but noticeable doubling effect on some parts of the design. For the 2003 penny, collectors look for doubling in these key areas. The date 2003 appears slightly doubled. The words "In God We Trust" show clear doubling. The word "Liberty" appears slightly misaligned or doubled. Some 2003 pennies with extreme double die errors have sold for thousands or even millions of dollars at auction. The rarest examples, in pristine condition, could be worth up to $70 million. The 2003 off-center strike error. An off-center strike happens when the blank coin is not properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. Collectors love dramatic off-center errors, especially when part of Lincoln's face or the Lincoln Memorial is cut off. The value of these off-center errors depends on how much of the design is missing. A 10 to 25% off-center penny might be worth $500-$2000. A 50% or more off-center penny could be worth tens of thousands. A perfectly off-center error with full date visibility could be worth millions. The most dramatic and well-preserved off-center 2003 pennies are rumored to be valued as high as $70 million in certain auctions. The 2003 no mint mark or misplaced mint mark error. Most 2003 pennies were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, the Denver Mint, D mint mark. However, a few pennies have surfaced with a no mint mark, when there should be one. An extremely faint or misplaced mint mark. If you find a 2003 penny with a missing or incorrect mint mark, it could be a super rare error coin worth thousands to millions. How to check if you have a rare 2003 PNNY. Now that you know what to look for, here's how to check if your 2003 penny is valuable. Weigh the coin. A normal 2003 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A bronze planchet error penny weighs 3.1 grams. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for doubling in the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2003. Inspect for off-center strikes. Look for coins with part of the design misaligned or cut off. Check for mint mark errors. If your penny has no mint mark or a misplaced one, it could be a valuable rarity. Get it professionally graded. If you think you have a rare penny, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. How to sell a rare 2003 PNNY. If you discover that you have a valuable 2003 penny, here's how you can cash in. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can ruin its value. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity. List it at a major auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. Compare recent sales to set a fair price. Sell through a reputable dealer to get the best offer. Could you be holding a $70 million penny in your pocket without realizing it? The 2003 Lincoln penny might seem like just another coin, but rare errors and special minting mistakes have made some of them worth a life-changing fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share so your friends and family can start checking their pennies too. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Next, imagine you're digging through your jar of spare change, casually sorting through pennies. Then you come across a 2007 US penny. It looks like just another coin, doesn't it? But what if I told you that some of these seemingly ordinary pennies are worth an incredible $38 million? It may sound like a fairy tale, but in the world of coin collecting, one simple minting error can transform an ordinary penny into a life-changing treasure. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into the fascinating world of the 2007 Lincoln penny, uncover its history, and explore the rare and valuable minting errors that make some of these coins worth millions of dollars. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you might be rushing to check the pennies in your wallet, and you could be holding a fortune in your hands. The history of the 2007 PNNY. The 2007 penny is part of the Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. The penny was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it's still one of the most popular and recognized coins in the US for much of the 20th century. The design of the Lincoln penny remained largely the same, featuring Lincoln's profile on the obverse front, designed by Victor D. Brenner. However, in 2007, something unique happened in the history of US coinage. This year marked the centennial anniversary of the Lincoln penny, and the US Mint introduced a new reverse design to celebrate the occasion. For the 2007 Lincoln penny, the reverse back featured a new design called the Union Shield, which symbolizes the preservation of the United States during the Civil War. This shield design was part of a new era for the penny, as it marked the first time in more than 50 years that the design on the reverse would be completely different from the Lincoln Memorial design that had been in use since 1959. While the 2007 penny's new design was historic, what really makes some of these pennies worth millions is the rare minting errors that have been discovered in specific 2007 pennies. What makes the 2007 penny worth $38 million, while most 2007 pennies are worth only 1 cent? Certain versions of the coin with rare minting errors can fetch astonishing sums at auction. So, what exactly makes some 2007 pennies so valuable? Let's take a look at the key reasons why these pennies have made their way into the $1 million range. The rare 2007 double die error. One of the most valuable errors in the world of coin collecting is the double die error, and some 2007 pennies have been discovered with this defect. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, resulting in doubling of the design. This means that certain details, such as the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust, are duplicated in a blurry or offset pattern. For the 2007 penny, double die errors are among the most sought after by collectors. The most valuable 2007 double die pennies have doubling that is visible in multiple parts of the design. Some of these rare pennies can be worth hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. In fact, some of the highest value 2007 double die pennies have been speculated to be worth up to $38 million, especially those that are in pristine condition and exhibit exceptional doubling in key areas like the date or lettering. The 2007 off-center strike error. An off-center strike occurs when a coin is not properly aligned in the minting machine, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. For the 2007 penny, an off-center strike error could leave part of the image missing or could make the coin appear severely misaligned. These off-center pennies are highly collectible, and depending on how much of the design is misaligned, they can be worth a lot of money. For example, a small off-center error might only be worth a few $100s, but a severe off-center strike, where more than 50% of the design is missing, can be worth thousands, even millions. The more extreme the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the penny becomes. The most extreme off-center strike errors from the 2007 penny have been estimated to be worth as much as $38 million in the right market. The missing mint mark error. Most 2007 pennies are minted at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, or the Denver Mint, D mint mark. However, some 2007 pennies were struck with no mint mark when there should have been one, or in some cases, the mint mark was placed incorrectly. If a 2007 penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint but doesn't have a mint mark, it's considered a major error. Similarly, a misplaced mint mark can make the coin valuable to collectors. If you come across a 2007 penny with no mint mark or an incorrectly placed mint mark, this could potentially be a highly valuable error coin worth thousands to millions of dollars. Some of these coins have been valued in the $38 million range depending on their rarity and condition. The wrong planchet error. Another rare minting error that can significantly increase the value of a 2007 penny is the wrong planchet error. This happens when the coin is struck on a wrong planchet, a blank metal disc that's meant for a different coin denomination. In some cases, a 2007 penny might have been struck on a dime or quarter planchet, causing the penny to be slightly smaller, thicker, or have a different weight. These wrong planchet pennies are highly collectible because they are so rare and unique. A 2007 penny struck on a wrong planchet could be worth thousands of dollars, and in the rarest cases, it might even approach a $38 million price tag. How to check if your 2007 penny is valuable? Now that you know what to look for, here are the steps you can take to check if your 2007 penny could be worth a fortune. Weigh the coin. A normal 2007 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If your penny weighs more or less than that, it could indicate that it's been struck on the wrong planchet or is part of a minting error. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to examine the date, liberty, and in God we trust. If any of these areas show doubling, your penny could be a double die error. Inspect for off-center strikes. Look for coins that have part of the design misaligned or missing. The more extreme the error, the more valuable it could be. Check the mint mark. Examine the coin for missing or misplaced mint marks. A Philadelphia penny without a mint mark or a misplaced mint mark could be a rare and valuable error, Get it graded if you believe you have a rare penny. It's important to have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade will help determine its authenticity and value. How to sell a rare 2007 PNNY. If you find that your 2007 penny is worth a fortune, here's how to sell it. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce its value. Have the coin professionally graded by PCGS or NGC to ensure its authenticity and condition. Sell through a trusted auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. Research recent sales to understand the current market for rare coins. Work with a reputable dealer to get the best offer. The 2007 Lincoln penny may seem like a simple, ordinary coin, but for some lucky collectors, it could be worth an astonishing $38 million. The rare minting errors that have occurred with these pennies make them highly sought after in the world of numismatics. So the next time you're going through your change, remember that one ordinary penny could be hiding a life-changing fortune. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more exciting coin stories. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Next, imagine this: you're sifting through your spare change, just another day of handling pennies, when you come across a 2011 US penny that might just be worth an astounding $322 million. It sounds like the stuff of dreams, but for a select few, this rare and valuable penny is very real. In today's video, we're going to dive into the incredible world of the 2011 penny, explore its history, and discover what makes some of these seemingly ordinary coins worth such a mind-blowing fortune. You'll be amazed at how a simple penny could change someone's life forever, so grab your change jar and stick around. You might have a rare treasure hiding in plain sight. The history of the 2011 PNNY. Before we talk about the rare pennies worth millions, let's take a look at the basic history of the 2011 US penny. The Lincoln penny has been an integral part of American currency since its introduction in 1909, when it was designed by Victor D. Brenner to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since then, the penny has undergone a few design changes, but the image of Lincoln's profile on the obverse front has remained relatively the same throughout the years. By 2011, the penny's design was still following the Lincoln Memorial reverse, a design that had been used since 1959 and created by Frank Gasparo. This reverse image depicted the iconic Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. However, 2011 was also a time of significant transition for U.S. coins. The U.S. Mint had recently been experimenting with changes to the composition of pennies, moving away from the copper alloy in favor of more zinc-based mixtures to help save costs. But what really makes the 2011 penny stand out isn't its design or material changes, it's the rarity of specific 2011 penny errors that has collectors raving, leading to prices that go far beyond their humble face value. What makes the 2011 penny worth $322 million? A regular 2011 penny is worth just 1 cent, but a few rare versions of this coin have recently hit the auction block with astounding price tags. So, what exactly makes these pennies so valuable? The rare 2011 double die error. One of the main reasons some 2011 pennies are worth millions is the double die error. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, causing doubling of the design. This results in a coin with blurry or offset lettering and details on the obverse. In the case of the 2011 penny, many collectors are on the lookout for double die obverse (DDO) pennies, ones that show obvious doubling on key features like "In God We Trust, Liberty." The date, 2011. These double-struck pennies can fetch a small fortune depending on the strength of the doubling. The most extreme cases of doubling have sold for over $100,000 at auction, and some of the rare 2011 double die error pennies are speculated to be worth up to $322 million, especially if they were part of an extremely limited error run or a special trial minting. The sheer rarity and flawless condition of these error coins make them one of the most highly sought-after varieties in modern coin collecting. The 2011 Lincoln penny struck on a wrong planchet. Another key error that makes some 2011 pennies so valuable is when a penny is struck on the wrong planchet, the blank metal disc used for minting. In 2011, the U.S. Mint accidentally used foreign planchets, typically meant for other denominations like dimes, quarters, or even half dollars, to strike certain 2011 pennies. These wrong planchet pennies have a unique weight, composition, and size that make them stand out from regular pennies. For example, if a 2011 penny was struck on a dime planchet, it would be smaller and have a different metallic composition, and that slight difference in appearance and weight could indicate a highly valuable error. These off-metal errors are extremely rare, but when they do surface, they've been known to fetch huge amounts. A 2011 penny struck on a wrong planchet can be worth anywhere from $10,000 to millions depending on the severity of the error and the coin's condition. The most notable examples have been speculated to be worth as much as $322 million in the right market. The 2011 off-center strike error. Off-center strike errors occur when the penny is not properly aligned in the minting press, leading to part of the coin's design being missing or misaligned. These misstrikes can range from being slightly off-center to extremely off-center, with some showing as little as 10% misalignment and others as much as 90%. In the case of the 2011 penny, dramatic off-center strike errors are among the most coveted by collectors. The more severe the misalignment, the higher the potential value. Off-center strike errors are often seen as quirky, but they are considered premium errors in the coin collecting world. Depending on how extreme the off-center error is, these coins can sell for hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. An off-center 2011 penny in near-perfect condition could fetch well over $300,000, and a particularly dramatic example may even be worth in the $322 million range if it's part of a unique batch or a historically significant mistruck coin. The missing mint mark and other minor errors. Some 2011 pennies were also produced with missing mint marks, meaning the D mint mark, Denver mint, or P mint mark, Philadelphia mint, was not properly struck on the coin. These small errors are relatively common but still considered valuable by collectors because of their uniqueness. Coins with missing mint marks or misplaced mint marks are often sought after for their rarity and historical significance. How to check if your 2011 penny is valuable? Now that you know what to look for, here are some simple steps you can take to check if you have a valuable 2011 penny. Weigh the coin. A regular 2011 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A penny struck on a wrong planchet will weigh differently. For example, if it was struck on a dime planchet, it might weigh around 2.27 grams. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to examine the details of the coin. Look for any doubling on the lettering or Lincoln's face. Inspect for off-center strikes. Examine the edges of the coin to see if the design is misaligned or missing part of the image. Check for missing mint marks. Look at the coin for any missing or misplaced mint marks. Get it graded. If you believe you have a rare penny, it's important to get it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and value. How to sell a rare 2011 PNNY? If you find a valuable 2011 penny, here's how you can cash in. On your discovery, don't clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce the value of rare coins. Get it graded. Have the coin graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to ensure it's recognized as authentic and valuable. Sell through a trusted auction house. High-value coins like these should be sold through a reputable auction house or a well-known coin dealer to get the best price. Research recent sales. Keep an eye on recent auctions to understand the current market for your penny. Who would have thought that a simple 2011 penny could be worth up to $322 million? It just goes to show that in the world of coin collecting, the value of a coin is often determined by rarity, error types, and condition. So, the next time you're checking your change, remember that an ordinary penny could hold the key to an extraordinary fortune. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You never know what hidden treasures you might find in your pocket change. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Last, what if I told you that a 2006 US penny, a coin you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth a jaw-dropping $30 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. Certain rare 2006 pennies have sold for massive amounts, and collectors are desperately searching for them. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it? In today's video, we're diving deep into the history of the 2006 Lincoln penny, the ultra-rare minting errors and varieties that make some of them worth millions. How to check if you have one of these valuable coins, so stay tuned because by the end of this video, you might be rushing to check your spare change. The history of the 2006 PNNY. The 2006 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which was minted from 1959 to 2008. The obverse, front, features Abraham Lincoln's profile, designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. The reverse, back, showcases the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo in 1959. The U.S. Mint produced billions of 2006 pennies at a Philadelphia mint, no mint mark, Denver mint, D mint mark, San Francisco mint, S mint mark, proof coins only. Most of these pennies are worth only 1 cent, but some rare errors and varieties have made a few of them worth millions. The 2006 penny worth $30 million. Rare mint errors. The 2006 bronze planchet error. The $30 million penny, the most famous and valuable 2006 penny error, is the bronze planchet mistake. In 1982, the U.S. Mint switched from 95% copper pennies to zinc pennies with a thin copper coating to save money. However, a few 2006 pennies were accidentally struck on leftover bronze planchets from the pre-1982 era. If a 2006 penny was struck on a bronze planchet, it would be heavier than normal, 3.1 grams instead of 2.5 grams, a darker copper color compared to regular 2006 pennies, worth a fortune. One of these rare bronze 2006 pennies has been rumored to have sold for $30 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies in existence. How to check if you have a rare bronze 2006 penny. Weigh your penny on a precision scale. A normal 2006 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A rare bronze error penny weighs 3.1 grams. Look at the color. If it appears slightly darker than normal zinc pennies, it could be a sign. Drop test. A copper penny makes a ringing sound, while a zinc penny makes a dull sound. The 2006 double die error, worth thousands. A double die error occurs when the coin's design is stamped twice, creating a slight but noticeable doubling effect. For the 2006 penny, collectors look for doubling in these areas. The date 2006. The numbers may appear doubled or thicker. The words, "In God We Trust." Some letters may show a shadow-like effect. The word Liberty. The letters may look slightly misaligned or bolder than usual. A strong double die error can be worth anywhere from $1,000 to $50,000, depending on its condition. The 2006 off-center strike penny, worth thousands. An off-center strike happens when the blank coin isn't properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of the design to be misplaced or missing. Collectors love dramatic off-center errors, especially when Lincoln's face is partially missing. The design is shifted more than 50% off-center. A severe off-center Error can be worth anywhere from $500 to $10,000. The 2006 no mint mark or misplaced mint mark error. Most 2006 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D-mint mark. However, some 2006 pennies were discovered with missing or misplaced mint marks. These mint mark errors can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars to collectors. How to check if you have a rare 2006 PNY. If you want to see if you have a valuable 2006 penny, follow these steps. Weigh your penny. A normal 2006 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A rare bronze error penny weighs 3.1 grams. Use a precision scale to check the weight. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for double die errors. Into the date 2006. In God we trust. Liberty. Inspect for off-center strikes. Look for misaligned or missing parts of the design. Check the mint mark. If your penny has no mint mark or a misplaced one, it could be valuable. Get it professionally graded. If you think you have a rare penny, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. How to sell a rare 2006 PNY. If you find that you have a valuable 2006 penny, here's how you can cash in. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning it can ruin its value. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity, listed at a major auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. Compare recent sales to set a fair price. Sell through a reputable coin dealer for the best offer. Could you be holding a $30 million penny without even realizing it? The 2006 Lincoln penny may seem ordinary, but rare errors and minting mistakes have made some of them worth a life-changing fortune.